Hello. Wow, wonderful world of Instagram Live. It's been so long. How are you? I know I'm a couple minutes late. I'm sorry. I had to finish. I was wiping down something in my house. I just wanted to check in with everybody because I know it's been kind of a crazy week between a lot of things getting postponed and canceled and moved around, including New York ShadowCon, among many other things, South by Southwest, Coachella Stagecoach, and many, many, many other events in the world. I just want to check in with you all, first of all, and say I hope all of you are happy and healthy and feeling okay. You know, the world has been around for our society's been around for a long time, and humans have a way of making it through things. So we just have to be a community and be there for each other and be positive and be smart and healthy and safe. So best wishes to all of you, and all of my love is with every single one of you out there. But also, I wanted to take a minute and I posted on my story on my Twitter about this. I just wanted to say thank you to New York ShadowCon and to all of you angels for being ever so understanding and willing to reschedule things. Because you know what? That's what we do as a Shadow fam. We make it work. And despite everything else, we're always there for each other, and we're always a family. And we will always be there for you. Clap, 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 clap. If you get my hand washing reference. / Friends reference. Can I also pitch the one with the global pandemic for the Friends reunion that's happening? I'm just saying HBO Max. I'm just saying. Sorry, is that too soon? Anyway, I also just want to say hi, and it's been a while since I've done a live, so hit me with your questions. Talk to me. I've got about 10, maybe 15 minutes before I have to jump off and head to one of my... Anyway, I have a very fun friend thing to head into tonight, so I'm excited. But let's talk, folks. I'm sure you have questions. I'm sure you have things you want to discuss. Hit me with it. I'm scrolling back because I know I've missed a lot of questions and lovely hellos and beautiful emojis. All right, folks. I'm scrolling through so many things right now. Anyway, how are you all today? It's currently raining in Los Angeles on Friday the 13th, in the middle of all this that's happening, so it's a bit of a topsy-turvy day. How's life going right now? That's about how life's going right now. But with coffee and you guys, we can make it through. What's happening with the Arrow spinoff? We don't know anything yet, other than that we'll know something in May. So stay tuned until May, and we'll figure it out. How long did it take me to learn to use a bow and arrow? The first time I used a bow and arrow was actually in Girl Scouts when I was about 8, 9. So I had done so recreationally broadly before. But then we have an amazing archery trainer for Arrow, who's the same woman who taught Steven, who taught Colton, who taught me, who taught Katrina, who's taught everybody who's ever shot a bow on the show. And she is a consummate badass, and I owe it all to her because she put me through the ringer and helped me to learn so much more than I ever thought I could. So shout out to her on that. Let's see. Did I like working with Amel or Grant? Yes, on both. Both Steven and Grant are so incredible. They're such pros, and you can genuinely tell that they care about these characters and these legacies that they have built, and they love their job and they love the people they're working with. And I was so thankful to both of them for welcoming me in with open arms and kind of showing me the ropes a little bit, or the bowstrings, as it were. Do I prefer my hair blonde or pink? You know, I enjoyed the pink a lot more than I thought I would. I was a little nervous about it. The one thing I didn't love is that bleaching my hair that much kind of broke it off about 5 or 6 inches, which is why my hair is suddenly a lot shorter. But aside from that, I really, really loved the experiment. You know, that's something I love about my job, is that I get to be a chameleon, and I get to try a million different things with my look, things that I would never personally choose to do. So it was a fun exercise, and I enjoyed it. Hey, Cameron, what's up? I'm a big fan of you. What's it like to work with Steven? I really loved working with Steven. aside from his care for the character, he cares about the people he works with, and he has such impeccable taste and such high standards that you know you're going to achieve something really wonderful, and that is the best it can be when you're working with him. Thank you for saying you loved the red hair best. That's closest to my natural color. I actually miss being a ginger. That's my natural state of being, as it were. I'm in a rather silly mood today, if you can't tell. So I have a question for you guys. What is your favorite rainy day activity? Because I love reading books and drinking a cup of tea in the rain. I love going outside and splashing in puddles. Sometimes I'll even go out and sit in the rain. I also love to cuddle in the rain. It's kind of the best thing. Hi, Davina. I miss you. I hope to see you soon. What's your favorite thing to do in the rain? The best part of working with the cast of Shadowhunters, the memories, the time, the laughs. It's something that's so rare in this industry when you assemble a group of individuals that meshes so well and really does become a family. And I think there were a lot of factors that led to that, but ultimately I think it's that we had a group of people that had such beautiful hearts and such beautiful minds and were so creative and willing to really commit to the story and to the characters and to each other. And we truly are bonded, and I can say that they are my family for life, as are you. Any more behind the scenes from us in Shadowhunters? I have archives and archives of behind the scenes of Shadowhunters that I have to go back through and pepper out into the world as I can. The things that we can share. Some things we can't share, but that's okay. That's the fun of it. My favorite Shadowhunter ship. I mean, obviously I have to say Malik, because everyone loves Malik, and we know why everyone loves Malik, and Harry and Matt did such a gorgeous job in creating Malik. But I also have to say Clace, because I was a part of building that and creating that, and Dom and I had so much fun creating their story, and that's something that will always be a part of who I am, so I'm a little bit biased. My favorite scene in Arrow. One of my favorite scenes in Arrow to shoot was... Oh, there's so many. I really, really loved the one with Steven where we were in the woods at the end of the Leanne Yu episode. Because, it's so rare that you see these two characters get to actually say how they feel and be really honest and vulnerable. And the fact that it was one of our last episodes together, and it really was the last episode of Arrow in its original form before the backdoor pilot spinoff, before the series finale, before the crossover, and to have these characters that have been through so much and overcome so much and come so far that can really connect with each other in one final moment, that was so wonderful. And I love working with Steven. I also really loved fighting alongside him in the crossover. That was fun. Because to have, a couple of Green Arrow suits running around set with a couple of people with S's on their chest and some speedy folks was really fun. Oh, playing guitar in the rain. That sounds... Well, obviously, by a rainy window. Because a guitar is too precious to ruin in the rain. Just watch the rain with a cup of coffee. Aw, that sounds lovely. I love the sound of the rain. Jump on a trampoline with shampoo in the rain. That sounds so fun. Dangerous, but fun. Proceed with caution. Okay, let me keep reading. You guys are sending so many great questions. What trait does Mia have that I wish I had? I wish I had the same level of fighting skills as Mia. I mean, obviously, I did a lot of it because they allowed me to do most of my own fighting and stunts on the show, which is fantastic. But it was choreographed, and while I would like to think that I could take down 5 members of the Russian Bratva by myself, I don't know that I could. I can do it choreographed, though. If I could be any Shadowhunters character and why, my favorite character from Shadowhunters is and always will be the Sebastian Jonathan character. Just because from reading the books, there's such a beautiful, tragic dichotomy to that character, and getting to see that play out was one of my favorite parts of watching the show and watching the show develop. So if I could be any character, I would be that. But playing Clary was such a gift and such a journey, and really, really made me who I am and shaped me personally, professionally, creatively. So I couldn't be more grateful for her and for her journey. Do I still see Dom? Yes, I do. We all hang out. Am I kidding? Shadow Femme for life, man. I just actually finished shooting a movie with Matt Daddario. Some of you may know this, some of you may not. I was in New York for a couple weeks shooting a movie with Matt, and we had so much fun. And I can't wait for you guys to see it. It's a really, really special story, and it's very interesting and different and human, and it's exciting to get to work on a project like that because it's so different than the other things I've been doing, but also to get to work on it with somebody that you adore and trust and already have broken the ice with. Getting to go to work with friends, especially friends that have pretty much become family, is kind of the best thing in the world. I've seen you on the big screen anytime soon. Wouldn't that be nice? Watching Netflix with a blanket. I currently have a blanket, and I was watching Netflix earlier, so there you go. My favorite funny memory with Emily Bett. I think one of my favorite memories with Emily. Memories? No. One of my favorite memories with Emily, we both are massive Hamilton fans, and between takes, one of us would start singing, and then eventually it's a medley. Hey, Blaney, what's up? And Torrance! Oh my goodness, everybody's here. What color are my feet, Torrance? Well, currently they are black with koalas because that is the nature of my socks. Just to quell that curiosity. If I could be a single body of water, what would it be? Torrance, your questions. A single body of water. I think I'd want to be a river. Because a river gets to see so many different places and rush and flow and all of these things. Ooh, Asha, you want to play a saxophone on a rainy day. I think that sounds amazing. Would I be down for a Shadowhunters and Arrow crossover? Yes. Heck yes. That sounds so much fun. I'd be very curious to see Alec and Mia meet, the two archers. I think that'd be very interesting. I like that idea. Any plans for Oz Comic-Con? I would love to come back to Australia. That would be so much fun. What color do you want to paint your nails? I never experiment very much. I ended up doing this last time I got my nails done. It's sort of a, can't tell in this light, it's a bit of a greyish, lilac-y, purpley color. I'm not sure. I actually get to experiment now because I have a little bit of time off. Do I like Lucifer? Yes. It's a fantastic show. I had so much fun working with Tom Ellis. Such a treat to have him. He's truly a master of that character and such a lovely human being. I would just love to work with him again. That would be brilliant. And I do love that Mia and Lucifer got to have a little tete-a-tete, even for a moment. There will be more Comic-Con announcements of different cities and things that I'm coming to, although given this current state of the world, I'm sure a lot of things are going to change. But I will keep you posted and endeavor to be in as many places as I can be because you know how much I love meeting you guys. What do I think about Argentina? I've never been to Argentina. I've heard many amazing things about Argentina, and it's absolutely on my list of places to go. My favorite song. There's so many good songs here. I actually today, I can't pinpoint any one song, but today I was listening to Spotify, and they had put together an entire list of new songs that I hadn't heard yet. So thank you to Spotify for doing that. Oh, and speaking of music, I was at a spin class this morning, and the incredible spin instructor had put together a boy band's list. And I tell you, at 6 a.m. on a rainy Friday, there's nothing that gets you going, gets you ready for spin class, like a boy band playlist. So thank you, Sweatshop. Or no, it's called Sweat Cycle now. They've changed their name. Still getting used to it. Anyway, favorite member of One Direction? Can't pick. You're in the middle of reading the Mortal Instruments book series. Congratulations. Enjoy. What Arrowverse show would I want to be on aside of Arrow? I had so much fun. I got to kind of bounce around through a lot of the different shows, and I had a fantastic time doing so. I can't choose. Can I just keep bouncing around between all of them? Because I made so many friends. Would I ever do a musical? Yes. I have done musicals. I started this whole crazy business by doing musicals. I miss the theater so much. That's actually initially what I intended to do, was to be in theater, and then I sort of fell into this whole world of film and TV, which I also love. But I miss theater. There's nothing like being on stage and having that live audience every night and getting to see, the rush and the unpredictability of a live show is one of my favorite things in the world, and I desperately miss it. So yes, I would love to do a musical. My favorite behind-the-scenes story from the Arrow finale. So all of us were shooting the scene at Oliver's, where we say goodbye, for those who may have not seen it. There's a scene that has the majority of the people that have ever been on Arrow in one scene. We were outside, and it was raining, we all had to be very sad. And it was so fun because we were taking silly pictures and then, goofing around and catching up with everybody, and then they'd call action and we'd all had to cry. But between takes, it was so much more enjoyable. Let's see. What about my music? Stay tuned. That's all I can say. My favorite movie. I can give you a top 3. I can't narrow it down to just one without great deliberation. Gilda, Princess Bride, Usual Suspects. Thoughts on Lin-Manuel Miranda. I think he is a genius of our time and a wonder among human beings and one of the kindest and most inspiring individuals I've ever met. I had the privilege of meeting Lin when I was working in New York on Broadway, and he took me aside and told me some really, really just encouraged me to keep doing what I was doing and keep on the path that I was on. And just hearing that from someone that I respected and admired so much meant the world to me. And being able to, keep in touch and watch his rise and watch him have so many wonderful things happen has been the most beautiful thing for me. I was a mess watching the In the Heights trailer, and I'm sure I'm going to have to take an entire box of tissues to the theater when I actually see it, because it's going to destroy me in the best way. What musical would I like to be in? Any and all of the above. Anything on the Great White Way would be fantastic. How was it to scare Dom dressed as a girl from Rings? Terrifying for me. Because I knew there would be retaliation at a certain point, which there was, which was posted on the internet, which you all saw. Favorite comfort shows? Ooh. Friends, Law and Order SVU, Criminal Minds. What else do I rewatch incessantly? Sherlock, I've rewatched several times because I love it. And every time I rewatch it, I catch something different. What makes me most grounded in my crazy life? This is actually a good question. It's the people that are in my life. I always cherish the people that have been in my life forever, and the people who come into my life who are very grounded themselves and who remind me of the human moments, and to just take a minute and appreciate those connections. Above all, that's what's the most important thing in life, are the people, and the people that you keep close to your heart, and the people that you love, and the people that love you. And it's those connections that make us who we are and remind us of who we are. And I travel a lot and I work a lot and I do a lot of things that take me away from those people. But it's the time that I do have with them, albeit brief, that keeps me grounded and reminds me who I am. Let's see, so many good questions today, you guys. Would I want to do a musical episode with Melissa Benoist? Yes. My favorite book, one of my favorite books of all time, is Watership Down. It's pretty fantastic. Have I had any of Stephen's wines, and if so, which is my favorite? Well, I would have to say that my favorite is Of Queens and Angels, which is my wine that I did with Stephen. It's now available through the site either as a subscription or you can buy it outright. It's really wonderful, and I hope you enjoy it if you like a good, interesting red wine. Oh, goodness, so many things. All right, I have just a couple more minutes, so send me any last-minute questions, and I will endeavor to answer as many as I can. I'm going to do a quick fire round. Any chance you'll see Mia on Lucifer? Sure, I'd be down. Talk to them. Was I a good student in high school? I love school. I'm a huge proponent for education, and I loved school, indeed. I was a very good student, very dedicated student. Do I like Disney movies? Yes, I love Disney movies. I grew up on Disney movies. Pocahontas and Mulan are my girls. They were my favorite princesses growing up. Am I still close with everyone on Shadowhunters? A lot of us still see each other very regularly. Favorite 90s movie? Ooh, that's a tough one. 90s movie. I mean, wait, no, that was the 2000s. I don't know what my favorite 90s movie is. I'm going to have to get back to you on that one. Okay, I'm going to answer 2 more questions. Do I miss Shadowhunters? Yes, I do. I miss going to work with that crew every day, with that cast every day. It was such a wonderful, wonderful part of my life, and it always will be a part of my life, as will you, the Shadow fam. But it's definitely something I will always cherish. What's a song that can put me in a good mood? Anything from Hamilton always puts me in a good mood. Because I dance and I sing. I might rap a little bit about the, debates that used to happen. Oh, I'm in a silly mood. Anyway, I have to bid you adieu. But thank you all so much for joining me. It's been such a lovely time getting to chat with you all and answer your questions and hang out for a little bit. I'm going to try and do this more because as we're all social distancing, I think we should still be able to virtually connect because as human beings, it's something that we need and something that's very important. So all my love to you. Be safe, be happy, be healthy, wash your hands, and have a good night or good morning, depending on where you are in the world. All my love. Now, shall I...